that apply to somebody who knows where he wants to go and is determined to go, come what may.
It ended in a fairly grisly fashion for him, didn't it?
Oh, dreadful. And I think there's an awful lot of questions to be answered, and I intend to investigate and find answers to those questions.
The rows of trophies in his house are testament to Jeff Fletcher's standing as a top breeder and trainer of lurchers.
Rubbing oils?
Yeah, I've got everything.
Home for Jeff and Hazel is a village outside Chesterfield in Derbyshire. Lurchers have almost had as bad a press as Rottweilers and Pit Bull Terriers. Think lurcher and you might think, nasty bit of work. No, not the dog, but the chap on the other end of the string. The Chatsworth Country Fair is one of the biggest in the country and the venue for the Lurchers National Finals. The dog's doodahs, you might say.
Good girl. Just hold him while I give him a rub.
Tay is here to race, and owners have come from all over Britain to beat him.
Yeah. This is Patrick from Cornwall. Have a good journey.
Yeah, not too bad.
This is Stag. This dog holds the world record for high jumping. He's jumped, how high is it?
12 foot, 2.5.
Some height, isn't it? Yeah.
How many have you got?
What, dogs here today?
No, how many dogs have you got?
6.
All lurchers?
Yeah.
Hot air is not confined to the balloons greeting the gathering crowds. There are tales to be told, sights to behold. And with Jeff at hand, advice to be given. Before them is a day of hurdling, coursing, racing, showing, and the high jump.
No, bang on, 21.
That's where I said it was 21.
As the show gets underway, guns gather behind the lurchers area, firing in the opposite direction, mercifully. At 9:30 sharp, the coursing commences.
Right, they're on this lead, and it's at what they call a double slip lead. When he releases the lead, both dogs get away after the skin evenly.
Yeah.
Now, they've got to run in between these gates, that bale. Now, both dogs went through. You've got your red dog in the lead now. The white dog took a shortcut, but you'll find the red colour will be the winner.
Is that money changing hands? No.
No. No, no money in this game.
Is there not?
No. Well, in the dictionary, it describes a lurcher as basically a cross between a collie and a greyhound. But I dispute that. I think anything what can run and resembles a running dog is a lurcher.
Yeah.
Whether it's a sight hound or a cross between a working dog such as your border collie and your greyhound. Right, here we go. This is the hurdle racing over a distance of about 100 yards. There's 3 hurdles to jump, and it's first past the post. Some of these dogs have probably never done this before, you know.
Oh, so that's the excuse, is it? Oops, clearly not the Sally Gunnell or the Colin Jackson of the lurching world.
Oh, those through.
Whatever next? Spaniels jumping hurdles? They seem such nice people, but with rotten reputations.
We've rubbed shoulders, working class people. We once, as I told you before, we once went to a show in Leicester and a chap pulled up in a Rolls Royce and he opens the back door and out pops a great big rough-haired lurcher.
He hadn't stolen this Rolls
I
Royce,
hope
had he?
not. I hope not. But they come from all walks of life, and it's nice to meet and to be in a crowd where everybody's got the same interest. And I think now lurchers are looking better because they're showing the dogs, they're looking after the dogs better. Everyone now is injecting the dogs where at one time they never bothered.
OK, so you don't have to have a tattoo, smoke 50 a day and work down pit to own a lurcher. But it has to be said, have you ever seen one of those New Age travellers who clutter up the countryside and city centre with a chihuahua? And can you honestly imagine these gentlemen with a pack of French poodles?
You'll never have
They
one
work
more
for you.
faithful dog.
Work for you, do your job. I like watching them run.
Well, I've got 3 kids and he's in house and I trust him 100% with any of my kids.
Yeah, I can believe it. I have to be honest with you, that I think is what a lot of people think about as your lurcher owner. You know, the dreadlocks?
Yeah, but that's just a minority. And having said that, appearances are not everything, you know.
This is very true.
I mean, you might go and talk to the chap and he might be a nice sort of chap.
I'm not saying he's not nice.
He might be a wally.
I mean, you look like the sort of person that might have a lurcher.
Thank you.
I thought you did.
Take that as a compliment.
It is a compliment, isn't it? But one of the things that strikes me, it's a real mix, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it's all people.
Yeah.
You know, it's all people from everywhere.
And why do you like them?
Good for working.
You see, they all go after this microphone because they think it's the lure, don't
That's
they?
right, yeah, yeah. Was it, boy? What is he?
Would you ever show him or race him? You know this this.
Yeah, I'll show
third
him.
lane?
I'll show them in the. Well, it depends how big they get yet, but I'll show them in the pairs as well.
Yeah.
You know, and they should look really nice
Yeah,
when they're
they will.
together in the pairs.
There you are. You see, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But how the dickens do you judge a lurcher?
What you're actually looking for is condition, conformation, and a nice movement. And then start looking for any defects.
Jeff is a show judge, and he picked this dog for first prize. He was right.
They are nice dogs. They make good working dogs, good pets.
How do you work with her?
Well, she can you say?
Yes,
Yeah, it's all good.
Well, I mean, this one, she's been worked on Fox and...
Has she?
Yes.
Really?
Hence the stars on the
The
face.
foxes ain't kept down, we've got them running around the streets in your
And
dustbin.
she also lamps at night time on the lamp.
Oh, yeah.
Lamping is the late night and lawful pursuit of rabbits, hares and foxes. A large lamp lights up the land so the lurcher can see and kill its prey. It's controversial, but the wrongs and rights of lamping are not under discussion today. In the 9 hours that they were there, few, if any, made the 2-minute trip to the Chatsworth show ring in the shadow of the mighty house. Despite all the distractions, the lurcher crowd never shifted, not even when it poured. At last, the highlight of Jeff and Hazel's day, the racing. Tay wins, but confusion rules.
Now, what's the
There's
score?
been 8 dogs in the semi-finals altogether. Why didn't they just do 2 4s?
I don't know. Ask him.
Two
He
threes,
seems in charge. We've had 4 semi-finals.
Unless they've done the
No,
unders
3
as well.
semi-finals.
Unless they've done the unders.
No, they haven't done
They haven't
unders
done
because
them.
our unders ain't down.
Oh.
Why aren't there any rules? I mean, are you saying they all do
Well,
it
yeah,
their
every
own way?
show makes their own rules, I think.
No, I don't think there are any rules.
Well, anyway, it's the final. They're off. Tay in the red muzzle is in the lead. The best of British are here. Despite strong running from the Cornish contender, Tay wins. Afterwards, the dogs go everywhere. Tay does a victory roll. Perhaps he knows it's steak for supper.
When we got online, I knew we were going to win. He was shivering with it. He'd got to catch that before others. I just knew.
at you. You're more worn out than
It's a
me.
lovely feeling. You know, to put all hard work in walking them, Hazel feeding them right food. What combination could you want better? Hey, brilliant. We've got to take him back to the van now to get Penny.
She's running that.
Yeah, we're going to run the old one. We don't expect winning, but should put a good race in.
Thanks very much.
Right,
Nice to meet
see you. See you, Barry.
See you.